Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here, and I'm going to do this Blue Day Chanel review one more time, man. If not, I'm gonna go crazy. Um, I don't know how many times I got to do this thing. Um, anyway, so Blue Day Chanel, um, you know, as it relates to Chanel, Prada, Versace, Gucci, those are designer powerhouses. And they're doing pretty well. Um, Chanel Blue Day Chanel for me is, it's one of those fragrances where I say, if you look at the Chanel house as as a wealthy upper, top tier middle class, 175, $150,000 median income family, this guy would be the blue collar brother. While the rest of the brothers are taking them into more wealth, they're Wall Street, they're doctors, they're lawyers. Blue Day Chanel was the brother who didn't move too far from home. He either is a top mechanic at Toyota, or that guy is he owns his own plumbing or HVAC company. That's what Bleu de Chanel is to the rest of the Chanel house. Um, you know, Fairly generic, yes. I mean, people will tell you it's generic, it's this, it's that. Yes, it is. It is generic in a good way. Generic isn't bad. Let me give you an example. Um, you can spend $175 on an Oxford blue dress shirt, right, from Nordstrom's, or you can spend $25 at Walmart. From a distance, even close up, if I was standing next to you, I wouldn't know if you paid $150 for that blue Oxford shirt or if you paid $25. Again, a black Oxford shoe. I wouldn't know if it was you know, the Macy's brand or if it was the Cole Haan Johnson Murphy shoe. I wouldn't know. Just looking at it, if I was wearing it, I can tell a difference. And Blue Day may be that. I think Blue Day may be, if you wear the fragrance, you would say, yeah, man, it's fairly generic. But everyone who comes in contact with you will say, man, it smells nice, right? Just like the blue Oxford shirt. Wow, if you wore, gray slacks, blue Oxford shirt, gray and blue striped tie, everybody say, well, you look nice, and black Oxford shoe. Now, you could either spend $800 on that outfit, or you could have spent, $150 on the same outfit, shoe, shirt, tie, all combined. So, it really depends on, and generic isn't necessarily bad. Generic could be a good thing. I think the wise thing, unless you're a wealthy person, was to have a $150 outfit so that you can invest more in things that are better quality. So anyway, I say that to say this: Blue Day Chanel is very very generic, but it's a good generic. I've yet to solicit a compliment for it or ask anybody about it. Everyone who I've come in contact with said, "Wow, you smell nice." So let me tell you, if you look at Chanel, between Allure Homme and this one has the most and the note breakdown. So if you go to Fragrantica, you can find it, relatively easy. But let me tell you what I smell. I smell the ginger, the grapefruit, the vetiver, the woods, the nutmeg, and some more pepper. I don't get any of the incense, um, and I get little of the florals. If the florals are there, they're drowned out by the rest of the citrus and some of the other fragrance, some of the other notes that that florals end up being engulfed by, pretty much, unless they're standalone, like you know uh, 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 New York Oud from Bond has that saffron note that just dominates it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's a floral that dominates, or the violet and green Irish tweed dominates. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some other ones out there that you guys can point out. So, the florals in this one very very subtle. They're in the background. They're underneath. They're support. They're the support beams. They're not the cornerstone. They're not the foundation. They're just kind of a couple of the support beams that help hold the wall up. So that's what I get in there. But the ginger, the grapefruit, the vetiver woods, and the pepper and some nutmeg, pretty much are the framework, foundation, and structure of this fragrance. Um, so Blue de Chanel, initial spray, you're gonna get a blast of ginger. The citrus comes in to party very very early, first 5-10 minutes, and it's coupled with some pepper, some cardamom, some nutmeg, which gives it a little more, makes it a bit more spicy. So what seems to work well in a lot of fragrance is our nutmeg and like a grapefruit. Those together combined or citrus, because in Issy Intense has the same thing. It has the nutmeg and some cinnamon, I think, and then it has the citrus in there, and that it just gives it this unique, sort of almost metallic scent, and I thoroughly enjoy it in Blue de Chanel. So anyway, first spray, that's what you're gonna get. As it starts to reach its heart, and this fragrance, it changes a little bit. I mean, gradual. I mean, it's not transitional, but it's not very linear either. So, when you wear this, you're gonna get a blast of that pepper citrus. Gives it kind of a summery scent. So here's a let me take a side note here. Bleu de Chanel is probably one of the most versatile fragrances. I mean, that and Roaster are two of the most versatile, at least designer fragrances that I've encountered. You can wear them year round. Um, you can wear them year round. They're warm enough for the winter, the colder weather, and they're fresh enough for summer. I mean, they're even light enough for a spring fragrance. I mean, it is a very very versatile fragrance. If you look at the marketing, it's got a guy black blue suit or something like that, skyscraper. He's kind of sitting, you know, with the skyscraper and the moon or something in the back, and it has that kind of feel to it. But that could be misleading because I mean, it can be a great summer casual fragrance. It can be a great summer spring fragrance. You can dress it up, go to the club, sort of romantic. Can be corporate. This scent can do anything for me. As again, that's why I call it kind of the blue Oxford shirt. You can pretty much do anything with this fragrance. So so as you're wearing it starts off kind of fresh with some peppers, and then it gets denser in the heart because the vetiver comes into play, and you get vetiver, then the woods come out to play, and then you still have the citrus, which is kind of it's kind of a scarlet thread throughout the fragrance with some pepper. So you got the vetiver, some pepper. Man, you know what? I just got Terre d'Hermes, and it sort of has that Terre d'Hermes type of feeling. Like people argue Terre d'Hermes is for the fall, and I see some people put in their top 10 spring scents, and I see somebody else put in their top 25, top 20 summer scents. So Terre d'Hermes is just very deceptive. So I would actually add Terre d'Hermes with Bleu de Chanel and Roasted because it just that vetiver does something. Vetiver and citrus does something to the fragrance, which gives it a dense, warm, refreshing kind of feel to it. So anyway, so you wear it, and then as it dries down, you're left with vetiver, some woods, with a hint of citrus, and a little bit of pepper. So it really depends. The citrus dominates in the top. The vetiver and citrus and pepper dominate at the top. The vetiver and kind of dominates in the middle, and then as you draw down, it's vetiver and woods, and the citrus, again, is splashed in it, like somebody just threw a splash of citrus in it. So that's why I think some people can kind of have a fall feel to it because when it's as it dries down, the citrus is there, but it's not dominating, so it kind of loses some of the freshness to it. Um, so I get about 8 to 10 hours with this. Always complimented. Sillage and projection last first 6 hours, maybe a little more. Um, um, it can be worn year round. So I give it, a 10 for versatility. I give it I mean, it is generic. It smells like everything you have. I mean, I give it a 7.5, 8 for the actual scent. There's nothing. Um, it's not pioneering anything. It's not starting some new trend. It is. This is Chanel's just generic throw out there. I need sales. I need everybody to like this. This is a gift scent. I mean, this is a scent that your uncle, your brother, somebody don't wear fragrances. Give them Bleu de Chanel. They'll love it. Um, so that let me see. Projection sillage. I mean, I'll give it an 8, 9, 8.5, 9. Does very well because I think the vetiver helps a lot in fragrances. Um, and compliment factor, I would give it, 9, because I mean I've always been complimented on whenever I wear it. I'm always been asked what I'm wearing. So, um, great fragrance. I mean, definitely. I mean, I have in Prada Amber Intense. I have a 1.7. In Bleu de Chanel, I have a 1.7. And I'm gonna go with the 3.4 because I think it's a classic. It has a timeless aroma to it, and I think it's gonna be around for a long time. Chanel does a great job with that. I mean, they make fragrances that just don't lose with trends. They don't really trend a lot. They just kind of do fragrances. So um, good fragrance. I like it. Now I'll give it about a 4.75. Used to be in my top 10. Added a musk grab as your decant, kind of pushed Blue Day out because musk grab is a beast. So thank you guys for watching. God bless.